Do you want to know how to build a custom interface extension in Airtable? That's what we're going to be showing today. Today, we're going to be showing how to start up and build your first custom interface extension, not through Omni, but through a more custom way where you get a little bit more control and you can use like Claude Code to build your custom extension. Today, I have Christina from our team. She's one of our senior developers. She's going to be walking us through this step by step. So, Christina, I'll hand it over to you.
Thanks, Ben. Yeah, so we've got like this fake merch store that we made using Claude and custom interface extensions in Airtable. So this space has a little bit of a back end here. So this is really obviously if I had an e-commerce store, this might be like what my website looks like, but for fun, we built it in Airtable with like an actual cart and like products and product details and like product viewers. So now we're gonna like take it back a little bit and think about how would we build a line sheet generator for all of these products. So for our like fake optimized merch store, if we were going to start offering any of this for wholesale, we would need a line sheet that we would want to like send to our salespeople and to our wholesale customers so they could see all the new products that we have launching for our 2026 drop. So one of the amazing things about the new custom extensions features is it really allows you the ability to create something totally customized, but that also you can extract. So one of the big use cases always for like so many different industries is the need to create like custom documents from the data that you have in your Airtable base. So that's what we're going to be doing here. I have data already about all of these products, about like what colors we're going to offer it in, what sizes, like the care details. So we want to take all of that and then be able to like make a beautiful looking document out of it so that we can share it externally. And that's what we're going to be able to do with Claude Code and with custom Airtable extensions. So we're really going to start from scratch here. Obviously, I don't have much else in this front end interface right here. So I'm just going to open up the interface editor and you can see I only have one section here right now for the store and the shop. So I'm going to create a whole new interface here and we're going to call this development. So if I was on a design or a development or a merchandising team, we would create a whole section for them to be able to like do the work that they need to do. So when you open up now the layout chooser for your interfaces, it obviously gives you this amazing new like generate with Omni option, which works really well. But we're going to actually use Claude. So that is with this custom build a pre-built custom element selection right here. So it's just two different ways of kind of doing the same thing, but we're just going to walk through how to do it with Claude today. So before I even click on this and select which custom element do I want to choose, I actually need to go into the Builder Hub. So if you're on your Airtable homepage and you go into the Builder Hub, you are going to see that in the bottom left corner here. And then if you click on that, you're going to see, library developers, and then you're going to see custom extensions. So from here, I'm going to create a new extension and I'm just going to give my extension a name. Airtable still makes you choose a template, even though we're going to completely deviate from that. So we're going to call this our line sheet creator here. And then you have to give it a tagline. So we're going to say it's for the optimized merch store. And then we're going to select our org unit here and then create extension. So now that we have the extension generated, there's a few things that you need to do with Claude to get this sort of initialized so that you can start building in it. I have most of this done already, so I'm not going to walk through it step by step here. I actually have a skill built in Claude that goes through all of these steps for me so that I don't have to redo it every single time. So the only thing that I need to do is kind of let Claude know, okay, what is the location basically of the new extension that I'm going to be building, so it knows kind of like where to put it. So we're going to go over to Claude here. And we're going to walk through the beginning part of that a little. So if I type in here, I can see all of the skills that I have. And I have one called custom interface. So if I take that custom interface one, and then I just paste in that little bit of code from Airtable, and then I can say, let's start a new custom extension development. And so now Claude's going to run. It's going to read my skill. It knows exactly what I want to do. It's probably going to ask me some questions here. So it wants to know what client project this is for. And I'm actually just going to give it the app ID, which is in the URL of every single Airtable base, and say, this is for the optimized merch store. And I already have a folder set up on my system. So based off of the name that I just gave it and the app ID that I just gave it, it's going to know exactly, what it is that I want to work on and where it need to actually build the code. So yep, so found my OIS merge store folder. It's actually via the MCP. It's querying the schema right now. So it's looking, okay, what's already in there? What do we already have built? And then it's kind of like comparing like, okay, based off of what's in there now, when I give it my next prompt, which actually has all of the details of the line plan extension that we're going to build, then it'll know what it needs to add additionally. So while that is running, we'll go back to Airtable. There we go. We can see it's got everything loaded. So from the MCP, it like pulled all of the details of my base. Like here's all the fields, here's all the tables. And then right here, it says optimize IS branding, UI reference, ready to build. What should the line sheet creator do? And then now I'm going to give it more details of like what we actually want to build. So let's go back to Airtable. So now that I'm back here, now if I'm selecting, okay, I'm going to add a custom, and then I'm going to select next, and then I'm going to see that new line sheet creator that I just added and select finish. So once I'm in here, you're going to see, okay, this extension doesn't have any releases yet. And I'm actually going to call this, I'm just going to rename this line sheet for development. So it looks like the typical, configuration panel on the right-hand side here. I haven't actually like done anything custom in here yet. So when you're on the big selection, it's the normal configuration. And then when you actually click into the custom itself, you're going to see this configuration panel. And then you'll see development. So it's telling you like it's in preview mode. And then you're going to see this develop button right here. So if I select develop, you'll see hello world. So that means Claude did everything that I needed it to do just based off of that skill. I didn't have to open up terminal and start typing in all this information. Like I've already trained Claude. It knows exactly what to do. So this is the template that Airtable makes you like choose one when you're actually start to work on a new custom extension. And then we're going to completely change this, but it's good to see, like, it gives you some validation that like, hey, we're connected, we're looking at the right server. And it's looking at a piece of code, and that's what it's displaying here for you. And then you have like some limited, options here on the configuration panel as well. So now I'm going to go back. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
If you did not have that skill that you have, I guess, is that a custom skill that you made, or did you get that skill from somewhere?
I made it myself. So after going through this process so many times with Claude, it's really easy to make a skill in Claude. Like in one of the chats that I had been working in already, that we were doing this, I said, hey, I need to repeat these steps in the future. And here's all the information that I'm going to need to give you. Claude, make me a skill.
Yeah.
That's all I did, was ask it to make me a skill. I asked it I told it what I wanted the skill to be named. And then Claude made the skill for me based on all the information it had from a chat where I had already been doing something like this.
So if somebody did not have that skill, would they have just followed those steps on that Airtable like setup page, basically? Like when you in the Builder Hub?
Yes.
Like these steps? Basically?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
It walks you through it here. You'll just have to, be a little bit comfortable with Terminal and opening up Terminal to do some of this manually. And then even still, you don't even necessarily need to open up Terminal because Claude Code has access to Terminal. So all you need to do is kind of give Claude all of this information. Obviously, let Claude know what it is you're trying to accomplish. And then if you were to give Claude basically just like all of the information that's on this page, it would be able to connect to the dev server and then get you to the point where you're here like pretty easily.
Awesome. So if you want to see how we continue building this out, we're actually going to build the full line sheet workflow here in Airtable. Hopefully, I think our goal is with a document that can be extracted. Click the link in the next video. This video is just how to set up an initialize interface component. For customizing, we're going to show you all of that in another video. So click the video here in the end screen and we'll see you there.